André Rieu has spent his life proving that classical music can touch the heart, lift the spirit, and make millions dance. But behind the sparkle of his concerts and his charming smile lies a story of pain, resilience, and redemption. The 74-year-old violinist who built a global empire of joy now faces the limits of time and health, yet his spirit remains unbroken. A childhood without warmth. Born in Maastricht, Netherlands in 1949, André grew up surrounded by music but starved of affection. His father, the strict conductor of the Maastricht Symphony Orchestra, believed in perfection, not tenderness. The Rieu household ran on rules, silence, and discipline. André once said bluntly, "My parents didn't love me very much." His childhood was lonely, filled with practice sessions and expectations instead of laughter. But out of that emotional emptiness, a dream began to take shape. A dream of using music not to impress, but to connect. Finding his voice in a cold world. At just 5 years old, André picked up a violin, not because of duty, but because of love. His teacher, a kind young woman, made the music come alive. For the first time, he discovered emotion in sound, not just technique. While his father wanted him to pursue traditional, rigid symphonies, André longed for something different, music that could make people smile. That passion put him at odds with his parents and eventually led him to leave home for good. The birth of a dream. In 1987, after years of performing in small halls with his salon orchestra, André took the biggest risk of his life, creating the Johann Strauss Orchestra. He started with only a dozen musicians, a handful of loyal fans, and a belief that joy mattered more than prestige. Classical critics mocked his style, calling it cheap and theatrical. But André didn't care. He brought warmth and laughter to a world of stiff tuxedos and silent audiences. His breakthrough came in 1995, when a halftime performance of the second waltz at a soccer final turned him into a global sensation. The crowd swayed, hummed, and danced. The king of the waltz was born. The power of joy. What set André apart wasn't just talent, it was heart. He believed music should heal, comfort, and unite people. His concerts became celebrations filled with laughter, lights, and tears. He turned classical music into something magical, something human. When critics scoffed at his colorful gowns, dancing audiences, and massive stages, he smiled and kept going. Millions of fans worldwide adored him, proving that joy, not judgment, was the true soul of art. Trials, loss, and the weight of success. André's journey hasn't been without heartbreak. In 2016, tragedy struck when one of his longtime musicians died suddenly on tour. It broke him and the orchestra he called his family. And in 2024, exhaustion and illness caught up with him during a performance in Mexico City. At 74, his body finally said, "Enough." His son Pierre, now managing the business, stepped in to protect him, scaling back tours, planning smaller shows, and ensuring his father could keep performing safely. Love, legacy, and family. Behind André's success stands his wife, Marjorie, his quiet partner and secret songwriter. For decades, she has guided the music, the decisions, and the vision without ever stepping into the spotlight. Together, they built their dream life, a castle turned creative headquarters and a family united by love and melody. Their son Pierre now runs the empire, and their young granddaughter Daisy is already learning piano, ready to carry the legacy forward. A farewell wrapped in music. As André Rieu approaches 75, every performance feels more precious. His strength may be tested, but his purpose remains the same: to make people feel alive. He often says he'll play until he's 140, and knowing his spirit, he just might try. Because for André, music isn't work, it's therapy, memory, and love, a way to heal both himself and the world around him. And as long as there's a violin in his hands, the waltz will never stop.